Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of our collective past. Today, we find ourselves in the midst of a most fascinating tale: the unification of Germany. This pivotal moment in modern history is a testament to the power of vision, determination, and the unrelenting pursuit of unity. As we delve into the earliest history of this remarkable event, let us first set the stage. Imagine yourself standing amidst the rolling hills and dense forests of 18th century Europe, where the Holy Roman Empire, a loose confederation of states, held sway over a vast territory that would eventually become the nation we know today as Germany. The sound of horse-drawn carriages echoes through the cobblestone streets of Berlin, while the scent of freshly baked bread wafts from the ovens of local bakeries. It is here, in this complex tapestry of principalities, kingdoms, and free cities, that the seeds of unification were sown. Our narrative begins in the early 19th century, with the Napoleonic Wars leaving a profound impact on the German territories. The Treaty of Pressburg in 1805 and the dissolution of the Holy Roman Empire in 1806 paved the way for the reorganization of the German states. The Congress of Vienna in 1815 further solidified the territorial divisions, setting the stage for the emergence of Prussia as a dominant power. Heinrich Friedrich Karl, vom und zum Stein, a visionary statesman, played a pivotal role in this period. In 1813, he advocated for the creation of a unified German state, emphasizing the need for administrative and economic reforms. Although his efforts were ultimately unsuccessful during his lifetime, they contributed significantly to the growing chorus of voices demanding unity. The era saw the emergence of various patriotic societies and organizations, such as the Turnverein and the Liedertafel, which fostered a sense of community and shared identity. The Deutsche Burschenschaft, a student fraternity founded in 1815, also played a crucial role in promoting nationalist sentiment among young Germans. The Zollverein, or the German Customs Union, established in 1834 under the leadership of Prussia, represents another crucial step towards unification. By creating a common market among its member states, it facilitated economic integration and cooperation, further bridging the gaps between the disparate German territories. The Union's success can be measured by the significant increase in trade and commerce among its member states, with the value of goods traded rising from 15 million thalers in 1834 to over 100 million thalers by the mid-1840s. As we explore the earliest history of the unification of Germany, it becomes evident that the movement was not merely a response to external pressures, but also an expression of the desire for self-determination among the German people. The era saw a surge in literary and cultural production, with writers like Johann Gottlieb Fichte and Ernst Moritz Arndt advocating for German unity and identity. The year 1848 marked a significant turning point, as revolutions swept across Europe, including the German states. Although the revolutions ultimately failed to achieve their goals, they galvanized the movement for unification, setting the stage for the emergence of powerful leaders who would shape the course of German history. And so, dear listeners, as we reach the end of our journey through the earliest history of the unification of Germany, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a new era. The stage is set for the emergence of charismatic leaders and transformative events that will forever alter the course of German history. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of the unification of Germany. As we left off in our previous segment, the stage was set for the emergence of charismatic leaders and transformative events that would forever alter the course of German history. Today, we find ourselves at the zenith of this remarkable tale, where the dreams of unity and strength became a reality that would change the face of Europe forever. The mid-19th century saw the rise of Otto von Bismarck, a master statesman who would play a pivotal role in unifying the German states. As Prime Minister of Prussia, Bismarck skillfully navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries between the European powers, leveraging his diplomatic prowess to further the cause of German unity. His vision for a unified Germany was not merely a product of nationalist sentiment, but also a pragmatic response to the changing landscape of European politics. One of the most significant events in this period was the Austro-Prussian War of 1866, which saw Prussia emerge victorious against its longtime rival, Austria. The war marked a turning point in the struggle for German unity, as Bismarck's clever diplomacy and strategic military victories paved the way for the creation of the North German Confederation. This loose alliance of states, dominated by Prussia, laid the groundwork for the eventual unification of all German territories under a single government. The Franco-Prussian War of 1870–71 was another crucial milestone on the path to unity. Bismarck's calculated provocations led to a declaration of war by France, which ultimately resulted in a decisive Prussian victory. The war marked the culmination of Bismarck's efforts to unify Germany, as the southern states, including Bavaria and Württemberg, joined the North German Confederation to form the German Empire. On January 18, 1871, King Wilhelm of Prussia was proclaimed German Emperor in the Hall of Mirrors at the Palace of Versailles, marking the birth of a new nation. The German Empire, with its capital in Berlin, was a federal state comprising 25 constituent states, with the King of Prussia serving as its emperor. This momentous occasion marked the realization of a long-held dream, as Germans from across the territories came together to celebrate their newfound unity. As we explore this pivotal period in German history, it becomes evident that the unification was not merely a product of military conquest or diplomatic maneuvering, but also a testament to the power of economic integration. The creation of a common market and the standardization of trade policies facilitated the growth of industry and commerce, binding the various regions together through a shared economic interest. The era saw significant advancements in infrastructure, including the expansion of railways, canals, and telegraph lines, which further facilitated communication and trade between the different regions. The development of a unified system of education, with an emphasis on science, technology, and literature, helped to foster a sense of shared identity among Germans, regardless of their regional affiliations. As we marvel at the achievements of this period, it is essential to acknowledge the complexities and challenges that accompanied the unification process. The integration of diverse regions, each with its unique cultural and historical heritage, was a daunting task that required careful navigation by leaders like Bismarck. The suppression of minority languages and cultures, as well as the marginalization of certain groups, were unfortunate consequences of this process. And so, dear listeners, as we reach the end of our journey through the zenith of the unification of Germany, we find ourselves in awe of the remarkable achievements of this period. The dreams of unity and strength that had long been nurtured by the German people finally became a reality, changing the face of Europe forever. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of the unification of Germany. As we left off in our previous segment, the German Empire had been proclaimed, with King Wilhelm I of Prussia as its emperor, marking a new era for the German people. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw the German Empire experience rapid industrialization and economic growth, becoming one of the dominant powers in Europe. However, this period was also marked by rising tensions with neighboring countries, particularly France and Britain. The complex system of alliances and rivalries between European powers, which Bismarck had so skillfully navigated, eventually led to the outbreak of World War I. The devastating consequences of the war, including the loss of millions of lives and widespread destruction, ultimately led to the downfall of the German Empire. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, imposed harsh penalties on Germany, including significant territorial losses and heavy reparations. This had a profound impact on the German people, fostering a sense of resentment and humiliation that would contribute to the rise of extremist ideologies, such as Nazism. The interwar period saw Germany struggle with economic instability, hyperinflation, and political turmoil. The Weimar Republic, established in 1919, was marked by weakness and division, creating an environment in which extremist parties could thrive. The rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, who promised to restore German greatness and create a Third Reich, ultimately led to the outbreak of World War II. The legacy of the unification of Germany can be seen in the modern Federal Republic of Germany, which has emerged as a stable democracy and a major economic power. The country's experience with extremism and totalitarianism has led to a strong emphasis on democratic values, human rights, and international cooperation. Today, Germany plays a key role in European politics, working to promote unity and stability on the continent. As we reflect on the legacy of the unification of Germany, it is essential to acknowledge both the achievements and the challenges that have shaped the country's history. From the early dreams of unity and strength to the devastating consequences of war and extremism, the story of modern Germany serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities and nuances of human history. In the words of Otto von Bismarck, the statesman's task is to hear God's footsteps marching through history and to try to catch on to his coattails as he passes by. As we conclude our journey through the unification of Germany, we are reminded that the course of human events is shaped by a complex array of factors, including politics, economics, culture, and individual agency. Join me next time on History with Herodotus, as we explore more fascinating tales from the annals of time. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.